Almost ready. All right. Let's see here. Good. Hello, hello. You all hear me okay? Testing. Hey, Kata. What's up? Alright. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name's Alchemy. We are going to be getting down on some sound design stuff today. We've got the newest version of Bitwig. Just wrapping up a song. Right on. Let's go. Sweet. Yeah, I usually don't stream on Tuesdays. I usually go to the gym. But there's some stuff at the house that I'm having to take care of, and I figured I would just go live. And I also missed yesterday. I was taking care of Corey because her poor soul is not feeling so hot. She's getting better though. Yeah, so I want to do some drum design. We're going to do some bass design. And I'm very quiet, which I don't like. Let me see if I can turn myself up just a little bit. So give me 1 second. We are going to go to filters here. And I am going to use gate. And I'm going to try to turn myself up just a little bit. Testing, 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 testing. How's this, guys? Good? Sounds good. Okay, sweet. Wait, sweet. Let me give this just a little bit more release on the gate. Just a smidge. Test. Testing. Okay, let me try to play some music again. Can you hear doubling? Did you hear doubling, or did it sound okay? Because I don't want you to hear like an echo. All right, sweet. I think we're good. So let me save that as wait, hold on 1 second. Do that. OBS chain. think we're good. I don't think so. It was fine. All right, sweet. Cool. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I've been practicing, doing quite a few things lately. We are going to start off by doing some kicks and some snares and some basses and all that. If there's something that you all want to see today or you have any questions about anything, let me know. It's going to be a relatively chill stream. I might do some stuff on the Leviathan later, but we're just going to kick it today and have some fun. So hopefully you like repetitive sounds on repeat times a billion, because that's what you're in for. Yay! Alright, so first things first, we're going to work on making a nice little punchy 808 kick. You ever brutally review viewer submissions? Not anymore. I used to, but I stopped being able to get people to join for feedback. And like, whenever I did feedback, I didn't just be like, oh, your snare sucks. It was like sometimes half of a private lesson on people, because I was like, oh, there's this. But I don't really do like track roasting. I do stuff of like, what is your creative vision for this, and how can I offer some creative advice? You get what I mean? I just think that it sets the wrong tone for producers to be like, oh, you know, just rip my track apart or whatever. And I think that certain personalities cater to that, but I'm just not that kind of person. No, not at all. But I'm just letting you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I tried to do a bunch of community events and stuff, but what I think people really like doing here is just coming in and hanging out and not having to feel like they need to do stuff while they're with me. Actually, what usually ends up happening is I'll start designing something, or I'll be making a track and people are like, alright, I'm gonna go jump in the dawn now. And I'm like, alright, well, it's a terrible business model, but it's really good for people's inspiration, which I'm not too upset about. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm here for you, you know? Because I'm going to be making music anyways, so... Oh, you have no screen? Oh, shit. My bad.
Are you ready?
No, it's not just you. It was me. I totally got into designing shit and didn't even think to change the screen. My bad. Here for us. Always learning so much here. Why is it just Castlevania? It's not just Castlevania. We have this one, which is Castlevania.
Are you ready?
That's Metroid.
Are you ready?
Or Castlevania. Uh-oh. Give it a sec. Are you ready? Hold on. It's working. Or it's working on it. I guess it's Castlevania and Metroid.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so there's that. The reason why I don't have the other stages up is because I was experimenting with this show where I would have like a 4-stage production thing where I would have like 4 separate tasks of doing shit. But the problem with it is that as cool as that idea is, it doesn't translate well to getting people in here. Whereas I've had a lot more succession on 2 keywords. 1, sound design, and 2, drum and bass. So I've just been doing sound design and drum and bass the past month, and like my viewership has been way better for people hopping in stream. So, you know, I don't know. All right. What's it saying? Wait. Wait, what? Those 2 keywords. Oh, yeah, sorry. My reaction to it is why this sound just suddenly like changed. So I was like, what the fuck? All right, I want a little bit of thump. Huh? No. No, not until you're feeling better. Corey's on bad duty. Interestingly, I feel like this is cutting out of the entire sound from this. Even though the mix of this is low, it feels like this is actually taking out the... I don't know, that's kind of strange. That sounds better. So that sounds pretty okay. Let's give it some color. Let's take out the low end of this, otherwise it's going to be insane. Sounds pretty good. Just have to fucking play Ring Around the Rosie here to get this to move. I was hoping that the new version would fix that problem, but it still does not seem to be fixed. And it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Ooh, ooh. Alright, so next up, we're going to tackle rim shots. Hi there, and thank you for all your stream. Yeah, dude, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's so annoying. Wait, do you experience that as well? Because so far, I'm the only person that I've seen that has that problem. I have a weird noise going on. A gate? Yeah. You guys told me it was good. Um, yeah. It's the air filter. Sorry, just looking at how bad this is. Okay, hold on. Let me try this. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Honey. Nope. Nope. It doesn't make a difference.
I moved it.
No, but it's fine, baby. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
I'd rather you keep it out here.
You want me to put it back?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. See, this is what AI is for, right? How's that? Hmm? How's that? How's that, Playboy? Yeah. Sweat. 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 It's pretty good. Colonel. All right. Swag. Okay. Am I free to continue now? Well, just make sure you give me credit. Okay, so regarding rim shots, I'm going to try something very different. EQ8? So many proper vocals. You're cool, I'd make the beats if I sample you. That's fine. Do your thing. Just credit me. Yo, ISO, what's up? No, I want like a really hard cut. Okay, how different does that sound from this? Sounds very different. Whoa. Just kidding. You okay, baby? Yeah, it sounds terrible. Okay, so that's the scuff we don't want. Hey, there we go. So everyone here a Bitwig enjoyer, or do you use other DAWs? She sounds not too bad. Yo, man, what's up, Alex? Hey, Dennis. Damn, everybody's asking how I'm doing. What's up? Shit, is it my birthday? Everyone asks how I'm doing, but nobody asks me why I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, likewise. It's good to see you all. Everyone go follow Alex. Everyone's favorite death bunny. Death rabbit. Sorry. Why is alchemy shit got deep? A great plan. Alchemy shows so much Bitwig content. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I think we have all the things in place here. We just need to get it to a point to where it actually sounds like a really big percussive piece. Because right now it still sounds like it's scuffed. So let's see if we can. Yeah. But still prefer Ableton. Still learning a lot from Alchemy since most of it is transferable. Yo, I actually found a really cool trick in Ableton that I've never seen before the other day. That sounds really good. I don't like this very much. Try fuse compressor. Sometimes this needs it, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. See what it does. No, it sounds better without it. So we'll use a transient shaper to control the tail end of it. Give it just a little bit more of a transient. And that's pretty good. It still doesn't have the physicality that I want. Excuse me. But it's not bad. Can you hint at what the Ableton trick was? Yeah, it's some kind of like sample manipulation thing. I'll make a video on it later. At some point in my life. Right here, I really want some kind of resonant splash. Like the the cracking of the snare. And it's usually something to do with around here. But huh. What if I were to just do the whole fucking thing and push the gain up really hard? Okay, let me try this. So we're gonna. Yeah. Ah, I just did it. What was the phase? Now on this, so it almost feels like this is doing more of the work anyways. Ow. Ah. That is a pretty crispy doohickey. Okay, so now let's see. Mhm. Yeah, I feel like I can't really get any louder than that as far as the transients go. So what I'll have to do is either make the sound longer to make it louder, or I'll have to do some kind of weird stereo stuff, which I'm not opposed to. So, yo, what's up, Nate? Yeah, something like this would be really nice. Just mix that in. Do you hear how it still sounds like that weird tone though? It's like dot dot dot, and it's like drifting, but it's strange. You know, you know what? Side note, do you guys remember that thing that I made the other day? Clank Designer. Fuck, where is it? Whoa. Okay, so what if we did this to where we... Alright, it was worth a shot. Or wait. It's still worth a shot. I just need to get this out of here. It's very sharp, sorry. Trying to get rid of that white noise layer that's like really annoying. Okay, that backfired, but it was a cool idea. I think that this is a good sound. It just doesn't quite sound like the kind of snare I'm trying to design. I think I'd probably just have to do it in Superior Drummer. But I do like to keep trying. Let me see here. Let me fire this bad boy up and we'll get a snare going. It sounds physical, physical. Kind of sounds physical, physical. Hmm. Babinga? Do what? Why do these drums kind of sound nice already? Is it because I have a... Oh, that's why. Okay. Oh, was it? I was like, what? Not quite what I'm looking for. I don't think that's... Yeah, okay, this feels... Oh, is it? Learn something new every day. Fuck. Ow. Yeah, these don't even sound like what I'm looking for either. Like, do you hear how this has like the punch in it? I'm not really looking for, although it's a great trash can snare. Now, is there a gate over this? Or Saint Anger? Huh? Do what now? Yeah, like this isn't even firing. Why? Why? An infamously trashy snare. Oh, gotcha. That's a snare? Oh, I see. It's because whatever's going on is through here. No, do you guys hear that? Like, it's almost like I hear the resonance of the kick or something on here. What the fuck? Hey, yo. Oh, okay. Every time I move this, it just closes on its own. Bruh. Oh my god. What is going on? Yeah, okay, so the overhead dynamic is picking up. It's picking up the resonance of the kick. That's really strange. I think this shit's just like tripping out. Hello? There we go. Hey, Grim, what's up? Saint Anger around my neck. That seems a little bit more... A little bit more of what I'm looking for. Yeah. It's all different kinds of shit. Just in general. Not anything in particular, but it's more of like a timbral sound as opposed to looking for the right snare. But there's a piccolo in here. But where are they? Also, I thought I had a lot more snares than this. Oh, piccolo! Where art thou, piccolo? Here's one. Yeah, it's like these rim shots just have a weird thing about them. Like they don't even have the kind of cracking that I'm looking for. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like the oh, you can't even hear that in the mic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn all this off. It's going to sound exactly the same. Go figure. And let's see if we can just redo this. Yes. Okay. This. This is what I'm looking for. But it still needs it still needs a good crack. Heh. Shut up. Nobody say anything. Interesting. Interesting. Reverb, Saturn 2, we don't need that. What did I just do? That's what I just did. What happened to the transient shaper? I guess I deleted it. Oh, that might help. This is, yeah, this is what exactly what I wanted here. This is a really good model of like a very clean snare, or a very clean rim shot. So I'm gonna bounce this out. One, because it's good. Two, because it's good. I'm gonna save this as a preset. We're gonna call this acoustic rim shot designer. And then I'll just do this. And I want to go back to this. Oh, no wonder that sounded insane. It's because I put it right back in the same rack. And we're just gonna take a little detour now and look at physically modeling this versus this. Which it's not bad. I think it's just a different flavor, right? And that's part of the reason why I like showing you all this, even though I'm not necessarily teaching it, but you can see that I don't know, I like to play a lot with working between modifying real acoustic drums and sound designing those and making those shape up versus doing it completely from scratch, because it helps me it gives me a really interesting sense of perspective on what it is that I'm going for whenever I'm designing. And to be honest with you, the most convenient thing that I can do is to just use Polymer, right? Just use Polymer and just make, you know, my typical shit, whatever, and then call it a day. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting stuff. I don't know. I hope it's interesting to you. Anyways, actually, I don't care. Whatever. I'm gonna do it regardless. So take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. Polymer. Polymer.
I made fish.
Was it good?
Yeah. I can't taste the inside very well, but I can taste the crunchy stuff.
Yeah, like lots of taste and stuff.
like the flavor doesn't have its sharpness. Like I can tell it's fish,
Yeah.
but like lost its sharpness.
Can you smell anything or
Yeah, but it's blunted.
blunted?
Yeah, because like I tried to smell some of my perfumes. I can smell what it is, but it's
Mhm.
like less.
Usually blunted is what you say when you're getting ready to smoke a lot of weed. Throw 5 down just to get blunted.
For what?
5 down. Like,
What's that?
I got 5 on it.
No?
No,
What is that?
I got 5 on it.
Who is that?
You've never heard I got 5 on it?
No. Have
No,
you
no,
ever
really?
heard Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto number 4?
Yes,
You have?
I have. From you.
Who's your favorite pianist who performed it?
Fucking the OG. What? Rock Mountain Lab. I'm in Bitwig while you do this here, learn a little bit in there. Sorry, Corey has never heard I got 5 on it, so I had to give her some shit. She's got to have. I almost refuse to believe. Yeah, she's starting to feel better, but the last couple of days she was like dunzo. But I think she's getting better. So this isn't bad. It doesn't have that. And that's what I really want because like there's this transient in here that just sounds so good. That snap. But with this, like it's super malleable, right? Yeah. Wait, I thought it was I take blows to the face or something like that. It's like what? See, like all that texture over that, that's what I want to figure out how to do in here. I take blows to the face whenever I can. Wait, what? The fuck you mean? Hey yo. Sorry guys, I know this is annoying. I'm trying to fill in the void of click, click. You guys are gonna go to bed at night and be like, stop, talk, talk, talk. Dear God, get it out of my head. I mean, dude, for a synthesized snare, like it's not that bad, you know? Maybe a little bit of transient control. Like this has a little bit of that like shimmer on the top end, but we're gonna add that. It'll come. I'm just trying to get the overall vibes, right? But even still, there's just that Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, so let's give this a shot. You know, now that I think about it, it might even be worth just designing. Not bad, right? Not bad. Different pitch, but I don't really care about that. Cool. And if we wanted to make it tonal or like add some kind of character, that's where the convolution would come in. But now we just need to focus on the reverb part, I feel, and maybe send it through the compression as well. Wait, no. I'm gonna try Pro R2 instead. Um, Yo, thanks for coming in, Alex. Good to see you. Sorry I'm doing boring shit. Huh? Oh. I was like, what the f- No. No! Nah, man, never boring. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, everyone, please go follow Alex. Dude, does that not sound almost exactly the same? Or are my ears lying to me? Did it take way more fucking work? Yes. But I'm pretty happy with that. Nice. Hey, Danny. Hello. So what this means, because like something else that I wanted this to do, uh, was I'm trying to think about the translation from this onto something like the Leviathan. I just yeah, I'm trying to think about what these major components are because like the problem with designing this on the hardware, I'm earning money and want to buy Piano Tech 9. Well, shoot. You're a grown ass man. You don't need no husband to tell you what to buy. Um, okay, so I'm joking, by the way, but you know what I mean. So the problem with this is that we need something that's like a bandpass that can point a resonance up like this on the first part. I suppose what I could do, because with the Leviathan, um, something about this is like you've got oscillator 1 through 8, then that goes into filter 1, then goes into filter 2, then goes into, wait, you've got pre-effects, filter 1, filter 2, reverb, delay, post effects. So right here, this would be so much easier to do in Obsidian, by the way. On the pre-effects, you could do something like an EQ and have a shelf. So like a mid boost with lowered high shelf. Then filter 1 could be the high pass on here. Filter 2 could be just the drive or something, because it's just a low pass filter. The reverb is a small room. Then on the post effects, it would have to be a compressor, because that would be the only way to control the tails of that. Are you looking forward to AirTech though? I don't even know what that is. I think this would be the move. And then the only distortion that we could apply would be through here. And then we could use a small reverb and delay for the spatial stuff, but this is kind of where I'm thinking we're gonna have to do that. And then oscillators 1 through 8, we're gonna have to use some kind of complex thing that mod art is developing. Oh no, I don't really have much interest in like acoustic instrument libraries or physical modeled things. I usually just would rather do it myself. I don't know. It takes a lot for me to be interested in synthesizers or anything these days. Although I will say something is coming very soon that I just got wind of, and I will be sharing it on the channel when I'm allowed to. But um, I I personally think it's going to be the next big thing since Phase Plant, and that's all I could say. Something really sick is coming. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, this was pretty close from a means of designing the snares, I feel like. I still think this sounds better because it doesn't have the like, this has the donk, and I don't want that. I want more of just the crack. Serum 3? No. No. No, I can't talk about what it is, but hopefully it's gonna build some hype. Um, you guys know me. I don't really like advertise plugins or anything like that unless if I think that it's gonna be really good. And this in particular, I'm like, hmm, hmm. Vital 2? No. I don't even use Vital. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's a great like beginner synth, but it's been outclassed already. And I don't know. I never really thought that it was even as good or better than Serum. Can you talk about what it isn't just for an insane amount of time? Have you heard of the GGD contact drum libraries like Invasion? I use that one all the time for drums. No, and if I were to get another library for drums, it would just be a Superior Drummer expansion. Like I think personally, in my own opinion, I do think that the best, like the best kind of like drum library out there is from Superior Drummer. And second would a close second would be Addictive Drums. And the only reason why I say Superior Drummer is because Addictive Drums is easier to use. Sort of. I don't know. Like to be honest with you all though, like you don't even know. You don't even know like how fucking crazy Superior Drummer is. You hear me? Like you don't even know. Um this can do so much crazy shit. I wish I had addicted drums. I wish that all of you do not get addicted to drums. I have Superior Drummer 3. It's nuts. Okay, so here's some context. Check this out. Um, do I have anything here that's a loop? Okay, so look. This, you find the tempo, right? Update tempo map. This will find all of the placement for you on this. Right? And once you run it, there's a little thing here that can do that, but this will analyze the audio for you. Well, it doesn't have to be. Like, I don't have everything. Cool. Then you can go add. Wait. There should be another way to add another thing here. Yeah, dude, it will find everything for you, which is fucking crazy. So, I don't remember how to get all of the tracks in here. Global tracks, file. And then once you have this, I believe that you could just pull it out, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Or you just go here and you go right click, region. Or yeah, anyways, I need to spend some time with it because I don't remember all the things to it, but you can have it print the MIDI for you. So it's kind of like Navi D's like MIDI thing or whatever, or even Ableton's fucking sliced drum groove or whatever, but way better with like way more settings. And tempo map, time signature, global tracks, duplicate. Wait, undo. And then export. And then look. Oh, there it is. Okay, look. New. So we've got the kick track now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, Playboy. You know what I mean? Just dang on the Kango, man. You know, just fucking woo. Should I keep using Cakewalk next sonar? In that case, I'll purchase more VSTs. If I ever suggest that it's just to share and see if you check it out for fun, or just say, "Oh, go buy this." No, no, I know, I know. Cakewalk and sonar. I mean, it depends, dude. Because like for your kind of music that you make, like I don't really, honestly, bro. If you're really trying to get into like orchestral stuff, with the kinds of arrangements that you do with all the piano and all of that, I think that you should look at Cubase. I think that Cubase has the best kind of tools for that kind of world of music. Like if you're trying to make beats and stuff, then yeah, okay, maybe get Bitwig. But I think that there's going to be a lot more things for you that the only problem is that it's just a bitch to use at first. Cubase is too expensive. Well, it's gonna go on sale at some point, or you can get like you can go on what is it, KVR tools or Reverb, and like you can buy a used license from somebody for way cheaper. You don't have to just like buy the brand new thing. People sell their licenses all the time. Like I've sold a DAW before that I paid for. Ow. But anyways, yeah, that's a really cool thing to get into. Okay. How's my kick? Let's do some more 808 kicky stuff. Have you used Cubase? I have. Cubase was the first real DAW that I ever bought, and it was too hard to learn at the time. But I keep updated with like almost all the DAWs, right? Because everyone and their mom is trying to get me to either go back to, Ableton, or to do FL Studio, or to make music in Cubase, and to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the curse of being a content creator. Bless you. Someone was like, "Yo, you should use Pro Tools," and I banned them immediately. No, I'm just kidding. But, uh, ooh, epic! I love all the DAWs. Yeah, I mean, look, guys. At the end of the day, you're working in audio and MIDI and fucking moving clips around. It's the same shit, you know. It's really like just personal preference of little tricks. It's the last 10% of little tricks that make a big difference for what you're doing, you know. Why do people try to get me to move to a different DAW? Probably because they use it, and like, dude, tribalism is real. Tribalism is so real with anything. Here's an example. Serum 2 sucks. Come at me. Who's lurking in there? Serum 2 sucks. Fight me. Let's go. I'm here. No, like if you go and read the comments of Zebra 3 and on my Zebra 3 video, it's just like, oh my god, man. Vital for the win. But people people want validation through the shit that they buy. You know, for one, it's expensive, but two, like there's a huge sense of FOMO for missing out. Like if you can only afford one plugin, and you buy Serum, and then you see all this hype about Serum or about Faceplant, you know what I mean? It's like that usually triggers an emotional response of major distress among people, especially for us nerds. It's yeah, dude. So before everyone starts leaving, because I'm noticing my numbers drop, I'm gonna start doing some shit again. That sounds pretty good. So something I'm gonna mess with again on this, assuming I can get this stupid thing to move. Oh God, dude. Is I'm gonna practice trying to put these 808s together again. See if I can get this stuff to blend. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to add let's just go polymer. Turn this off. Dynamice. I love how you can just whip up your own drums every track. I've been doing it for so long and whatever, and it's still they're still not where I want to be, but they're definitely improved. They've improved. I don't think they're ever going to be where I want to be though, but you have to realize that I compare to like the greats that have taught me. Like I'm competing against like fucking Chi and Cage, you know? Those guys are, you know, kind of on some whole different shit. So really what I want from this is to just make this thing sound like it's just breaking apart. For years too, it's rough. Having it closer than watch. Yeah. But it's rough, man. I'm not starting a track today, by the way. I keep doing stuff like this to just try to get the vibe. When you say you want it to sound a certain way, I guess what makes you want that? Or do you go from the beginning with the vision? Or like a lot of times whenever I'm making a track, like obviously I have a reference, a rough reference of like I want to make a track like such and such or whatever. But um there's a certain aesthetic with this 808 and this kick stuff that I'm trying to get down. And it's hard. It's just really hard. Sounds disgusting. Hmm. Uh, so that's something I want to try as well, is maybe just getting rid of the big transient up there. So what I'm trying to get here is I want this to sound like it's breaking. So I'm really trying to figure out um yeah. This is really interesting right now. Okay, so let's try to send this and this into the disk tube. Did we just find it? Is this it? Yo, what's up, Angel? I think we're really close. Like we're definitely getting closer to. Now I just want to figure out how to make these 808s a little more interesting. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do offer lessons, and I'm super cheap. And very affordable. Very affordable. Meeting Copycat is one of my guys. Need the 808s to be a little louder? Reminds me of alchemy. That's funny. Yo, thanks for the follow, whoever that was. BBG, can I send you a VST I made? Makes things metallic using physical modeling. No. Ooh. Is that even doing anything? Yeah, like the first thing that comes to mind is baby girl or some shit like that. Like, what? Hey, yo, what the fuck? Okay, so this is not that interesting of a sound. Curious to see that plugin. Did you showcase a video of it? If so, write the title, please. Alright, so now the 808's too loud. This sounds a lot better, but it just doesn't have quite the same pizzazz I'm looking for. Yesterday was feedback base day. Got 1 hour file of my master track. Oh my god, that's so long. A 1 hour clip? Did I hear that right? Why? 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 Big copycat vibes? How do you all figure? This doesn't sound anything like copycat to me. This is more... Oh wait, I can't play coward. Actually, no, I do have a track that I actually sent to Copycat and asked him if he wanted to collab on it. And he said he was busy, and I cried for a week. This is way more Copycat.
Yeah.
If anything, that would be closer to that inspiration. Yeah, I know it bothers me too, but I end up doing it to other people as well. But I mean, you guys, like, you have to realize, like, as a content creator, I am forever stuck in that. Like, I don't think that anybody is ever going to be like, yo, yo, you sound like you. Every time I make a track, somebody in chat is like, you sound like another person, you know? I don't know. Hopefully one day some people will be like, yo, that sounds like alchemy or some shit. But I just, that is my curse as a content creator. Sound like good. Thank you. It is what it is, man. You know, I think that when most people say that, they're trying to give a compliment, but yeah, it is hard to establish like your own identity when you have a channel that was built on inspiration from other people as opposed to people just like establishing themselves as an artist first and then being like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna make tutorials. Like, you don't hear Virtual Riot making tutorials about other people, you know? And that's why you don't see me do that anymore. Like, I used to when I was trying to figure all this shit out, but now I'm just, you know, I did make that one short that was like how to skrill it, but that was more of a joke, and the feedback that I got from that was just, you know, like, oh my god, this isn't Skrillex, this is how he does it, and how dare you? And I'm just like, yep, that's what I expected. That's about what I expected. A couple people told me I sound like Rez just because that's what they know. Yeah, it's like you're not allowed to have an original sound anymore, you know? When you're up and coming. It's only until you actually get there that and people find you for the first time that they're like, "Oh, you sound like you." But if you come from a place where, like, you know, you're inspired by others, then you're forever like locking yourself into that infinite comparison. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of fucked. Oh, really? That's interesting. I mean, Vorso's been in the game way longer than I have, so there's that. But and also, you all, like, you have to realize that I didn't really invent anything new with my process. I've just found my own way through it, if that makes sense. Um, the one thing that I can say that I did invent, which is not really even an invention, but I was the first guy to take Faceplant and to take a Reese. Wait. Yeah, like, I was the first guy to take a Reese and to throw a neuro filter over it and then throw a generator over it within the same rack. I was the first person to do this. And the reason why was because I got a I got a Sensal Morph out right when MPE came out, and I was like, oh wait, wouldn't it be cool if you had a bass and you hit the pressure and it turned on neural filtering, and then you slid the thing up and it turned on generative stuff? But I mean, that's kind of a commodity, right? That's I wouldn't really call that like a huge contribution uh to the production world. I invented the joke. Guy walks into a bar and says, "Ow." Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, bro. We all get inspired from other music producers and try to sound like them so we can get better and make it our own. There's nothing wrong with that. No, you're right. There is nothing wrong with that. But at a certain point, like once you step into your own, like once you try to step into your own shoes, if you're constantly being compared to other artists, it kind of devalues the individuality. I think that's the problem. So, and for me, like I'm on the fence about it. Like I said, I think that most people, when they say stuff like that, it comes from a place of compliment. And so I try not to react hard to it anymore. But I would, in a perfect world, I would be lying if I wasn't like, oh, this is great because I sound like me. Or like, yo, fuck, that sounds cool. You know? Interesting. A whole lot of people just want to sound like someone else. They think they do, but I really don't think that's it. I think that, all right, so this is going to sound like a stupid marketing thing or whatever, but hear me out. I think that people think that they want to sound like other people, but what they really want is they want to make music that makes them feel the same way that they experience when they listen to other people. You get what I'm saying? Well, okay, hold up. So for one, just to clear the room, like I'm not offended by any means. It's more of just it's more of just the discussion point. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm chasing someone else's sound for sure. 100%. But like I said, people are clueless even what they want sometimes. Well, I mean, you can't, it's an unrealistic expectation to put on somebody to figure that out at the very beginning of their musical or their artistic journey. You know what I mean? And the other thing is that people have to come to that themselves. And there's no timeline for that. There's no benchmark of when that's supposed to be. The sooner the better, I feel like. But I try not to fault people for not having that realization about stuff, I guess. But I mean, you run into this shit all the time, with anything. It's like people's perception of what is what is incredible or what's amazing and all of that like is so skewed in so many ways. And you have to be careful as somebody that say has figured that out, because if you mention it or you talk about it in the wrong way, it makes you come off as an asshole for one, but two, it can dissuade somebody from being motivated to like pursue whatever it is that they have. So like here's a hot take. Like you guys know I'm a martial arts guy, whatever. Everybody talks about how UFC has the greatest fighters in the world, and I'm like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Because the people that are really good at fighting, they don't fight. I would put a Navy SEAL against any UFC fighter and they would fucking murder them. However, most people only see UFC, you know? In terms of music, like look at the hip hop world. I talk about this all the time. That's Chinese. That sounds racist, but okay. I don't want to go into that, but yeah, people are like, oh, trap, like FL Studio is the best because you can do 808 slides. Like it's the best and greatest musical, you know, that's like the end game of sound design or something. And it's like that's the most basic fucking shit. That one dude that's like, oh, he like the hi-hat god, and he literally added two hi-hats, and people like, I think that any normal person is like, that's stupid, but like impressionable artists eat that up. But their sense of scope, yeah, their sense of scope of how deep something is oftentimes does not reflect your own um, experience, for better or for worse. When you chase a certain aesthetic, you inevitably invoke associations with producers who got there earlier. Yeah, no, yeah, but I agree with that. But what I'm talking about is like that's the trap, right? Is because it's really hard to get out of it. This is a personal journey. I feel like one sound being compared to stuff can just be hard to manage internally. Really, I'd say discouraging or come off rude and stuff. I saw a Navy SEAL getting his ass whooped by an MMA guy. What, in a sport fight? Maybe, but I mean, and the other thing too is like you can't like even that like you can't base a one-time thing off of like oh, I saw this happen one time. Like dude, like you're only as good as you are in the moment for one, and two, when you're talking about like sport versus combative violence, it's a totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it people don't think about shit like this, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody like a Navy SEAL is trained to kill, and then you put gloves on, and then you say you can't do shit to this guy. Um, you're supposed to beat him without hurting him. You know, oh, you're supposed to do whatever environment that you haven't trained in, but like, it, yeah, on any given day, you know what I mean? It's different. It's a different world. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the top fighters in UFC or whatever aren't incredible athletes, but to say that they're the best fighter in the world is really stupid. That is just straight up ignorant. Best fighters in the world, dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like you might actually be going against the grain, but have a much better vision of something the majority already determined the impressionable thing. Right. But it's like once you see the difference, then your eyes open. But unless if you've been exposed to stuff beyond that and you're able to actually connect the dots, then your perception is it's always going to be limited. But what you think is amazing is a totally different ball game. Like here's another example. Back in my day when I was, doing all kind of way more flips than I am now, I would do like, a one-legged twist a one-legged flip with two twists, and people wouldn't know what the fuck they just saw. But then I'd do a backflip and people would freak out, and they'd be like, "Yo, he just did a fucking backflip," and I'm like, "But the other thing that I did was 50 times better," and it's because they didn't know the difference. They didn't know what they were looking at. But any tricker or anybody that's been doing the kinds of shit that I've been doing would be like, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, that's a backflip? Like that's all you got? And the perception, like I said, is way different. And even now, like all the hard stuff that I've ever achieved in my circus or acrobatic career has far, far, far been exceeded to where now the stuff that I used to think was really hard is easy to the younger generation. You get what I mean? And it changes. And that's how it should be. Hey, Daredevil, what's up? Like it should be that way with us progressing and whatnot, but when you have a community that is completely left behind while everyone else is moving on, it it's hard. Right. It's the stuff within the nuance, you know? If you don't understand nuance, then you're not really, you know what I mean? You're going to think that lame shit is really cool. And ignorance is bliss for sure, but to me, I like my whole life, like my I've and I'm claiming this, but my purpose in life has been about trying to explore all of the like realize my potential as much as I possibly can. I've done that with athletics. I'm doing it with music now. I did it with martial arts, which is a longer journey that I'm still pursuing or whatever, you know, pushing whatever it is that I'm interested in because that's like given me a purpose in life. But if if I don't try to figure out how to go beyond, if I don't ever look beyond like what my own limitations are, then I'm going to master something very soon. And that's a problem because when you master something, you no longer get better. It means that you've mastered it. That's it. You've hit your cap. Right. And that's why I don't give feedback like that. Someone was in here earlier talking about feedback, and I was like, I don't do that. Because it's more of like my kind of feedback is what do you want for your track? What is your vision for the track? And how do we figure out ways to help you get there for what, you know what I'm saying? Now, like, there is some stuff, you know, like there are some general, like there is a wide net that you can cast for feedback over things, but I don't really think that even that is super helpful because that's all clinical shit. That's all fundamentals. That's all, you know, so it almost doesn't even make sense when someone sends me something and they don't have the fundamentals down. And I'm like, well, I mean, shit, have you used an EQ before? No. Okay. Well, I, you get what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to be that helpful to you. So in any case, I'm going to wrap this topic up. I think that one of the major issues with the artist association is at first it's a compliment, but the more that you hear it over time, the more that you don't want to hear it because you want to. Oh my God, Daredevil! Don't even fucking get me started, dude. Don't even get me started on sign compression bases. Because here's the thing: everyone uses that term, but sign compression is not like if Frequent is doing it, it's a thing. But the way that everyone else does it is not fucking sign compression. And I would even argue that it's not even it's not even sign compression in itself. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone's like, "Oh, sign compression bass," and I'm like, "Dude, that's it's you're no, no, no." I just want to explain the right way to do it. There is no right way to do it for one, but two, unless if you are taking a literal sine wave and you are compressing it and pulling up the gain and resampling it and then doing that several times over, you are not doing sine compression. You are just distorting something. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, ugh, I love Frequent. You guys know that. And I think that when he put that tutorial out, whatever he was doing was gold. But whatever people took from it and started making other sounds about was way the fuck taken out of context. Now, the cool thing is that there's lots of ways to get to a similar or same sound, you know, but that's just one of those things that people throw out there. It's like in martial arts when people will just say shit. They're like, oh, it's biomechanics. And it's like, dude, shut up. You don't even fucking know what that means. Right. That's what people, you know, they're like, oh, it's sign compression. Somebody the other day sent me a message. They're like, yo, I finally figured out sign compression. And I'm like, okay, but what about this is what you described? And they're like, well, listen to it, like it's the sound. And I'm like, okay, but you're not what? It's like, huh? Terminology, like, okay, and here's the thing too, like, I'm a snob, guys, if I'm being totally honest. I'm a snob, but that's because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to describe the things that I wanted or that I was like it, you're ruining the guy's vibe, man. Probably. I don't give a fuck though, but yeah, like terminology is important, but it's also not important. It's like genre naming. It's too hard not to come off as a snob. Maybe. I don't know. Unless if I was just super chill and just was like, yeah, man, whatever. It's the thing, dude. Hey? Yeah, man, it's whatever you want, bro. Oh, halftime? Yeah, bro. Sure. That doesn't sit with me well. I don't have it in me. So anyways, today was trying to figure out how to better build the stupid kick thing. And I think that we got closer. I think that one of the major things with this was actually not having an insane pitch bend over the kick. For instance, is FM is phase mod, but 99% think it's frequency mod. Yeah, actually, you're not wrong. That is a good point. Since people name any neurobase a sine compression base. Okay, look. Look. Unless if people are doing it this way, to where they are compressing a signal and then they're driving it with the makeup gain like this and have effects in between, they are not doing sine compression. So once you have something like that, you take it out and then you do it again. Actually, I can probably just leave that on there and just do that like this. I'm going to put a clipper over this. And turn it down a little bit. Bless you. Bless you, babe. Bless you. Shit. Damn, you good? Bless you. Real ones probably do glue compressor. Joke's on you. This is the glue. Fucking nerd. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, by the way. I have a coworker who cannot sneeze less than 10 times. It's usually like 15. What? That's expensive? No, bro. The glue is the same compressor as the glue compressor. It just has more features. It was made by the same guy. Yes, that is what it is. And then once you have stuff like this, you start doing things like this where you might want to do something like this where and then once you have this, then like you just repeat this a few times to get it to what's it called? To start talking. And so the best way to do this is to take something like this. Like you can even do it this way too. You don't even have to fucking move this thing. Wait, what? Okay, let's just do that. Why not peak on the fundamental? You wouldn't peak. What you would do instead is a shelf. Okay, cool. So now on this, you just do something like this where you play around with fundamental is your most like bottom frequency, like the fundamental tone of what the sound is supposed to be. So I'm playing F on this, so my fundamental would be F, like 44 hertz. But yeah, you can do that. You can go into something like this and then shelf it. So that's not supposed to be like that. Yo, what's up, chicken? So once all this stuff is said and done, then you do it again. Some other fun stuff would be to like add an LFO to this. As well as this. Because if you're doing pitch bends and stuff, then it's gonna fall out. Like you don't, like you can, but if you're doing like pitch bending or whatever, it's better to just shelf it. You get stuff like that. Did you hear it? The like the So now it's just a means of controlling it and, you know, doing different shit to try to This is sine compression. This is real sine compression. When do you think about the DC? Almost never. Because, I mean, whatever saturation you're applying to it, like one thing you could do if you're really worried about that is to just take out the super bottom end, like this. But that'll fix it. But I mean, yeah, this is essentially the same stuff as like what colon sound does, what disprove does, what actually it's not. This is frequency sine compression like thing. Now I will say that they do a lot of distortion, you know, a lot of that, but most of it has been through the driving factor of really hard compressing it and then turning it up. But to me, I actually try not to compress shit anymore, because as you can hear, the sound quality of this has been degraded by a significant amount. Instead, what I opt for, let me just build like a weird Reese. Is this, which is almost the same thing, but here I'm boosting the low end, got some ring mod on here, but there's almost no compression. It's doing saturation instead. And then what you do is you stack this. And then at the end, like, you might do like an OTT or something, you know, to control it or whatever, but this is a much different process. And you can even do this if you want to, or just have this filter open and closed. But yeah, most people don't actually do compression. They're just and so if you do have a more interesting sound than, say, even something like this, let me see if this is what I was looking for. So listen to this. Right. And you do this over it. Even without this, Well, it's in the design stage. Like uh, uh, you can figure that shit out when it's time to actually use the thing. When you guys are designing basses and stuff, or sounds in general, like, I do think it's important to be aware of things like that, but don't be so specific that it's like, and hypercritical of every step. I think that's the best way I could describe that. Like, there are certain things to be aware of, but like, for one, every track within context is a huge thing. But like, well, no, like, even just looking at some of the other stuff, because you were like, yo, like, you got to, you have to boost the fundamental. It's like, let me show you this. I always reference this just because it's like my favorite bass or whatever. But look, there's no boosting of the fundamental. Yeah, no boosting of the fundamental whatsoever. You don't need to do that. So stop looking for like specific tricks and understand like what makes something do what it does, as opposed to being like, this is the process. You get what I mean? Like, sound design is not a formula. There's certain things that make things work, and it's more important to say, why would somebody boost a fundamental in the first place, as opposed to, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Yeah, because you're intending on resampling the mud pie. I was just asking. Well, no, no, no. Even for this, like, this is a resampling thing too. Like, all of these bases are for resampling. Everything goes in. But, but it's a piece of advice, and do what you want with it. But what I'm trying to express is that if you're going to, and all right, like, if we really want to get down to it as well, sometimes you might be playing, like, especially if you're FMing stuff, sometimes you might be playing an F and you boost F or whatever, but then you boost G and it sounds way better, especially when you're doing like weird FM things. You get what I mean? No, they didn't. They did not boost their fundamental, and I would know because I've watched that video religiously. And if we look at some recreations of some of that, let's go paper trails. This was me going back and watching their exact thing with this, like, piece by piece at the beginning. Yes, that's what they do, is that they'll boost this. This will be boosted. This will be boosted. And this is what creates the vowels. So when you do something like this instead, let's just use a square. Now, I will say that if you watch people like Audica, they'll do this. And then something like this, usually. But that's a very different purpose. But if you look at what these guys are doing as a means of creating, what's it called? It's a means of creating their signature sound or whatever. It's this. It's movement here and here that goes up and down. But if you look at what this is creating, like, what is this to you? Wait. If these two were connected, what does this look like? I'll give you a hint. Except you have individual peak control over these guys. But that's what's essentially building the sound out. So when you combine stuff like this, and you do this multiple times, you can even do something like a low pass filter. And you clean this up, you throw it through your OTT, and you resample it a few times, whatever. Like, this is like the path. This is the main thing. So I do think that these basses work better if you resample as opposed to just leaving them here. But just as like a getting started type of deal. Like, let me see if I can accentuate this. And sometimes if you give this a little FN, then it will help pulse it better. So if we do that, go here, go here. Yeah, so if you have something like this where it's looped, I do think that creating interesting shapes is really important. Because if it's just like this, sometimes it's not always the funnest. There we go. This is just one resample, but So maybe we can do stuff like this to where we can speed it up or slow it down. Just see if we can get different movement through that. And the other thing that will help a lot with this is just backing off of the sub. And if you really want to make it talk more, I like to use EQs for this type of thing. You don't have to, but I like to make formants like this. Pitched up wavetails with square wave to get this weird ARPy tractor bass. I don't know. It's a little too abstract for me to try to. But yeah, anyway. And then once you have something like this, then you can go back and add all of your other stuff. So you can do this kind of thing if you're into it. This is one example. Could do like a phaser if you wanted to. Just turn this off and let this roll. You can do some distortion on the high end. Or a saturator even. Just pretty much this. You can do your convolution reverb, which is fun. So do this. You can grab an audio follower. Turn this down. Give it some release. And gain up. Find something fun. Or once you have this, then you can just use a different rack and try that out. Which is the whole point of paper trails in the first place, is to try to take out the guesswork for you. So that way you can just audition shit, you know? Just be like, alright, well, let's try this. Let's see how that works. I don't know why it always does that. Every time I like change the preset, it goes back to the original one. Okay, there we go. It's a bit much. And that's one thing you have to be aware of with this stuff too, is like sometimes if you're in a certain pocket, it doesn't have certain harmonics or certain frequency content, so you have to adjust this whenever you move spots. Or just sometimes even do this. The very first Reese that was created was pretty much just sine waves. It was from like a techno track or something. But anyways, this is the resampling process. This is how all this shit works. And it's similar, but also different in how you would do a quote-unquote sine compression. But everybody keeps throwing that word around like it's the secret sauce to shit, and I'm just like, bro, that's not how this works. And like I said, I prefer the thing about distorting with compression is that it's time-based, and sometimes that can be beneficial, but I'd rather just use saturation in stages where the whole thing is saturated and play with the volume of stuff instead, because you're going to get a similar effect. But when you have a compressor, it's based off of an attack and release, right? Which, depending on what kind of compressor you use, it's going to affect it differently. And they all have their different flavors and characters and stuff too. But those are things to consider whenever you're designing with stuff like this. It actually sounds pretty good in certain cases whenever it's doing the pitch bendy stuff. It actually sounds pretty sick too. Try this. That's pretty dope. anyway, that's one way to do all that stuff. And you can, yeah, I don't know what a tractor base is either. But I mean, most of the time my process looks something like that, and I usually end up having to do like two or three because I end up cooking the first one weird, but it's not that big of a deal. Also, I've really been enjoying just pushing stuff through that other disprove rack in general to get cool things. Um, it's from Insta though. I mean, I'm not gonna try to design it right now, but maybe later. Um, let's see here.
Recording to logbook.
Yeah, this is more of the disprove approach. Yeah, I can. I usually don't prefer it to, though. Oh, because it's a bass? To where what breaks? The same thing apply to higher harmonics at certain amplitudes of the sub? Yeah, that's part of the reason why you boost the low end is because you create what's called intermodular distortion. So when you do this and then you send it into noise, that's what gives it this crunchy sound that we have. Because without this, it's not going to sound, see, like it's okay, but when you boost the low end, you get that. You get what I mean? If you do it again. Just back off of this stuff. Okay, so we actually need the low end there because otherwise the high end starts to get really nasty. So what we would do is we would reduce after the signal process, then we would go back and remove some of the low end. So the low end, like crazy crunchiness, keeps the high end in check. See what I mean? That's not even working. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I like to just make a bunch of shit like this and get caught up in it and just experiment with different ways to do this because that's ultimately what I'm going for. But really, like, there's like you can make just like some basic stuff like that and just throw it through something to where you don't have to do a lot of filtering and resampling. Like, it's all about how you build into it. See, we're already getting like cool shit like that. You could even do stuff like this. Nice. Mobile is pretty limiting so far. Just use Drambo. mean, you can do it with FL Studio Mobile and automation. Okay, so this is what's kind of pissing it off. So if we go back and we find a different... There we go. You can just use a white noise oscillator. Yeah. That's pretty dope. Ouch. It's a little overcooked, but it's okay. So yeah, that's kind of how all that goes. Um, does anybody have any questions about anything? Give me 1 second. Sorry. Probably just ask around on Discord later if I get any questions. So far, I have no questions. Yeah, I'll do it after stream. But like I said, I'm not gonna do it on stream because I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know. I think the biggest accomplishment of today was that we did. We pretty faithfully recreated the rim shots, so that was really nice. How to make a super swingy drum loop? Bruh, we've done lessons over this. What are you talking about? Wait, what happened to the other shit that I had on there? You make them up. Here's a pocket right here. You just play with this silence. Why do you resample the bass and sine compression? Because when you cook it, it's consistent. When you don't cook it, it's not consistent. Like, you want to, like, especially when you have filter movement and stuff, you want to bake that in. It just hits different as well. It's the part of the reason why Paper Trails is mostly in audio, is because resampled sounds that are on loop has a very different flavor than when it's like just an oscillator. Well, I'm glad that I at least found this pocket because this was something I've been trying to figure out forever. And I'm like, oh, it's just one over and then split it in half. Yeah, not quite ready for halftime yet, but trying to just figure out how to get this stupid kick thing, and I think that we're on the right track with this. But one of the major things with these kicks is not having like the beginning point of this. It's like cutting it off somewhere in the middle. So that's one way to do it. okay?
Not too much.
You have too much fish?
I feel like
Like
a little greasy.
like queasy?
No, just like him.
Oh. Have you taken your temperature?
No.
Will you?
Yeah.
Let me know what it says.
I'm so hot.
I love you. I'm almost done.
Huh?
I said I love you. I'm almost done.
Oh, me too.
Sorry, I'm feeling low. Uh, Bless you. Bless you. Dude, like I set this reverb to... Okay, now it works. All right. So that was just some dumb experimentation that I wanted to fuck with. In any case, I appreciate you guys hanging with me today. Um, yeah, I had fun. I hope that you all did too. Tomorrow we'll probably play on the Leviathanth some and just do some other sound design stuff. Yeah, I'm getting closer trying to figure this genre out. It's just hard. It's really fucking hard to get that sound stage that I'm looking for, but um it has been nice to like alternate between doing like drum and bass, trying to figure out this version of halftime, and then doing like hardware stuff. It's kind of fun and keeps things fresh, and I'm like always interested to jump back in and practice. But yeah, man, it's just a lot of trial and error, and what can you say? But all right, guys. Uh, much love. I will catch you later, and be well. Check out alchemy.com if you like my sounds and you want to support the channel. And other than that, I'll see y'all later. Goodbye. Goodbye.